Okay, so I have a problem with fanfiction. I don't know how to say this. One, fanfiction these days lacks originality. Two, they do not. They pass the story using things negatively impacting the physical state or mental or spiritual state of the characters rather than a positive impact, meaning things like death, pain, misery, regret, depression, sadness. All of that will pass this. They use those specific emotions and feelings to continue the plot line into a further area. Also, some big problems with very specific types of fanfiction. One, any My Hero Academia fanfiction usually involves buffing up the League of Villains to make them stronger if you add anything into the story that's not of the original story or overpower a character. All the villains have to be increased to a significant degree where they are always going to win and there's always going to be someone losing something very important. Two, every single story I've read always has Mineta being the bad guy. Not necessarily the bad guy, but I get he's a pervert. Perverts in anime are not a new thing. Why people make such a big deal about it, I don't know. People don't make nearly as much problems about it in things like My Hero Academia, No Game, No Life. Pretty sure Black Clover has perverts in it. And yet, for some reason, Minoru Mineta from My Hero Academia proves such a massive problem for people. I get it, they're teenagers. High School DxD, Issei Hyodo, still a massive pervert. Peaks on people while they're changing. But apparently Minoru Mineta is such a big thing for people. I don't know why. Second, Harry Potter fanfiction. Anytime Harry is paired with someone, it's either paired with the exact same people, never an OC, never an original character that someone makes, thus giving them more room to explore. No, it's always with either Hermione, Ginny, and Luna, or Daphne Greengrass, or Tracy Davis. Or one of the Caro twins, for girls. Or someone like 3 times his age, meaning one of the mothers. Or it's pairing him with Fred or George, or Draco Malfoy, or one of the parents. There's no such thing as outside characters. Or Fleur, whatever her name is, Delacour, from Goblet of Fire. Always them. No one else can ever be paired with Harry Potter. No idea why. Also, every single one of them has him either getting power-ups from just being a certain individual with a certain last name. Which, if you're going to do that, do it for all the characters, not just him. Have him inheriting all the houses of Hogwarts, which, unless you can accurately prove his entire family line and actually create a family lineage for him that works realistically for him to inherit all them, don't even start. Don't make him the reincarnation of Merlin. He's got enough on his plate as it is. Percy Jackson fanfiction. Every single time he's got to be betrayed. 99% of the fanfiction about Percy Jackson is Percy being betrayed by being set up because everyone's a moron and somehow finds a way to trick Apollo, god of truth, into believing something that isn't true. Naruto fanfiction. Every single one has Sarutobi, third Hokage, being an absolute moron. Honestly, Danzo needs to die. He has done such heinous things. He agrees that with Orochimaru that they should experiment on children. And the third Hokage doesn't do anything about it. Little suspicious. The other fact is he's too blind to see the obvious in front of his face and yet agrees with it and never stops Danzo from doing anything. I'm tired of seeing it. And these are just a couple examples of generalizations that happen in fanfic. And it's slowly decreasing the amount of time I want to spend reading such things. I come up with better stuff just on the fly. I see Percy Jackson, I spend 5 minutes thinking I've already got the basis of a good story down. And 90% of the time, I'm not even writing, I'm just thinking better than what I'm reading. In my opinion. I may be wrong. My stories may suck. But that doesn't change the fact that the quality of fanfics are going down. I love reading fanfiction, but I don't like reading bad story. So just fix it or just stop writing it. It's one of the two. There's no other way to deal with this other than to fix it or just kill it altogether. It's almost died a couple times, and every time it's come back worse. It's like people don't understand what people want. They only write what they want, not what other people would want. Doesn't make any sense. It also doesn't make any sense why people draw out stories. I get it. You're trying to write a good story, but you don't need to draw out fights for 10 chapters. This isn't Dragon Ball. This can be anything you want. Don't write it like everyone else does. Be original. Come up with new ideas. Advance. Progress. Don't do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. I make these rants a bunch, but I care too much about certain things. So Joshua signing off.